On May 24th, 1987, Scarborough, Ontario became the setting for one of the most baffling and tragic criminal cases in Canadian history. Kenneth Parks, a 23-year-old husband and father, stood at the heart of a story that would challenge the limits of understanding about the human mind, sleep disorders, and criminal responsibility. Kenneth was an ordinary man facing extraordinary stress. He was reeling from financial troubles brought on by gambling, a problem that had cost him his job and depleted his family's savings. Despite these struggles, his in-laws, Barbara and Dennis Woods, had always been supportive, offering warmth and kindness during difficult times. That spring night, however, as Kenneth fell into a restless sleep on his couch, the weight of his problems became the backdrop to an event that would change lives forever. Around 4:30 a.m., Kenneth rose from the couch, but not in a typical way. He was sleepwalking, caught in a state of automatism, a condition where the body performs actions without conscious thought or awareness. Barefoot and still wearing his casual clothes, Kenneth left his home, climbed into his car, and drove over 14 miles to the Woods home in Pickering, Ontario. Unconsciously guided, Kenneth used a key to enter their home. Once inside, he walked to their bedroom and attacked them with a tire iron he'd picked up during his drive. Barbara Woods suffered fatal blows while Dennis survived with serious injuries. In his unconscious state, Kenneth then fled the scene, returning to his car and driving directly to a police station. At the station, Kenneth appeared dazed and confused. His hands, bloodied from the violence, caught the officer's attention as he uttered haunting words. "I think I have killed some people." The officers took him into custody and transported him to a hospital for treatment. Despite the overwhelming evidence of his actions, Kenneth seemed deeply confused and horrified. He admitted to loving his in-laws, calling them second parents, and was unable to fathom why he had committed such a horrific act. His remorse was evident in his words, "I would never intentionally hurt them. They were like family to me." The case captured national attention, not just for its brutality, but for its sheer strangeness. Kenneth Parks' defense argued that he had been sleepwalking at the time of the attack and was therefore not aware of or responsible for his actions. To bolster their claim, they brought in leading sleep experts who conducted extensive studies on Kenneth. The tests revealed that he had a history of parasomnia, a sleep disorder characterized by abnormal movements, behaviors, or experiences during sleep. These findings lent credibility to Kenneth's claims. The defense argued that his extreme stress, compounded by exhaustion, had triggered an episode of automatism, leaving him powerless over his actions. The prosecution, however, wasn't convinced. They pointed out the seemingly purposeful nature of Kenneth's actions, including driving, unlocking the door with a key, and carrying out the attack. They questioned whether unconscious behavior could truly explain such a series of complex activities. While they conceded that Kenneth's financial struggles were severe, they suggested they might have contributed to a more deliberate motive. Could Kenneth Parks be held responsible for actions carried out while he was, quite literally, asleep? In a landmark ruling, the jury acquitted Kenneth of both murder and attempted murder, accepting the defense of automatism. The court concluded that his actions were involuntary and that he lacked the intent required to establish criminal guilt.
Not guilty.
Members of the jury, are these your unanimous verdicts? Is there anyone who does not agree with the verdicts as read? No. Would you wish the jury polled? No. Okay. Folks.
This verdict set a legal precedent, raising profound questions about free will, culpability, and the boundaries of science and law. For Kenneth, the trial may have exonerated him legally, but the emotional weight of that night never lifted. In later interviews, he expressed his enduring grief and remorse. "Not a day goes by that I don't think about what happened. I wish I could take it back, but I can't. All I can do is live in a way that honors their memory." He worked to rebuild his life, but the trauma of that night lingered. The case became a focal point for debates on the mysteries of human behavior, the science of sleep, and the intersection of these phenomena with criminal justice. To this day, the Kenneth Parks case stands as one of the most fascinating and debated stories in legal history. It forces us to confront uncomfortable questions about the limits of human control, the unpredictability of the mind, and what it means to be truly responsible for one's actions. As Kenneth himself reflected, "What happened that night wasn't me, but it's something I will carry forever."